last 5 MCQs. The following data describes an economy's consumption function. Okay, so we have incomes, we have the consumption levels. What can be deduced about the value of the marginal propensity to consume in this economy? Okay, so the marginal propensity to consume over here is 0.9. For the second one, it's 0.87. For this one, it's 0.85. For this one is also 0.85. So it increases as income increases. Wrong, it decreases as income increases. I think this should be the answer. Question number 27. In which circumstance will there be an immediate increase in domestic money supply? A consumer takes advantage of an overdraft facility to buy a car. A consumer uses a reserve of cash to buy a car. A consumer uses a reserve of euros to buy a car abroad. Okay, a consumer uses their current account balance to buy a car. Okay, so option A is likely to be an answer. Option B is use a reserve of cash to buy a car. So it's basically cash money exchanging hands and not really increasing. A reserve of euros to buy a car abroad. So this should actually decrease the domestic money supply. And uses their current account balance to buy a car. This is the same, they change hands. So I think A should be the answer. Okay, question number 28. The turning point on the Kuznets curve for income inequality has been estimated to be in the region of US dollar 10,500. So, okay, for income inequality has been estimated to be $10,500. For a country that has a GDP per capita of $8,000, what is most likely? Okay, this one's a bit tough. A reduction in GDP per capita will have no effect on income inequality. A reduction in GDP per capita will increase income inequality. An increase in GDP per capita will have no effect on income inequality. An increase in GDP per capita will increase income inequality. Okay, so income inequality is of 10,500 and GDP per capita is 8,000. So if GDP per capita falls, it will actually reduce income inequality. And a reduction will actually have an effect on income inequality. So I think A and B are not the answers. An increase in GDP per capita will increase income inequality. I think so, yes. It's either D or it shouldn't be C, because either way there will be an effect on income inequality as GDP rise. So I think it should be D. I'm still confused about this, so I'll most likely make a separate video for this one as well. Question number 29. We've done these. Which macroeconomic policy aims are most likely to complement one another? High growth and low inflation. So when there's growth, Y moves to Y star. So definitely no. High growth and low unemployment. This is actually likely. Low inflation and low unemployment. I don't think this goes together. And low unemployment, the balance of trade surplus. So yes, this is B. I think this should be B. And finally, question number 30. All else remaining unchanged, what would result in an outflow of capital funds from a country? A fall in country's rate of inflation, an expected appreciation of country's exchange rate, an increase in foreign interest rates, an increase in foreign prices. Okay, so a fall in the country's rate of inflation uh, an outflow of capital funds from a country. This might be. Let's just leave this. Unexpected appreciation, unexpected appreciation of the country's exchange rate. I don't know about this one. Option C is an increase in foreign interest rates. So these are capital funds. So if the interest rates, if you're if an outflow of funds mean that if they're going from one country, this means that most likely they're being invested in another country, right? So the money supply in another country increases. No, actually, this might be a hot capital inflow for the foreign country. So an increase in foreign interest rates seems like an answer. Okay, I'll leave this a question mark. I really don't know what the answer to this one is. So let's just check our answers. Okay, so question number 26 we said was B, but it says D. We said that question number 26 was B, but the answer is D. So this one was wrong. Question number 27 was A, it was right, D was right, B was right, and for question number 30, the answer is actually C. I still don't know why the answer is C. I'll most likely go over it and then I'll be back with the answer. With that, we are done solving this paper. Okay, I actually scored 29 over 30. I hope I get the same paper this time as well. Anyway, I hope you guys learned a lot. If you have any questions, please drop them down in the comments below.